After years in lockdown, the Chinese economy is finally reopening, and one of the companies that stands to benefit from that economic reopening is Alibaba stock. In this video, I'm going to go over 3 ways Alibaba is planning to capitalize on the economic reopening in China. So let's begin. So the president of core domestic e-commerce in China, Shan Dai, said in this new year, we've all seen positive momentum in China's economy with 4.5% year-over-year growth recorded in first quarter GDP and a moderate recovery in consumption. I will add to that the recovery so far in 2023 has been slower than expected. The economy, the individuals that are now going out into the world are more cautious in their spending patterns, in everything they're doing. It's not like a snapback recovery, but that was partly to be expected. The folks there have been in lockdown for a long time, and they are rightly cautious because they've been told that the virus is very, very deadly. And so they're not, going out with reckless abandon, going out every day of the week and several days, several hours. So it's a more cautious recovery. Keep that in mind when you're considering investing in stocks that are highly dependent on consumer spending in China, which Alibaba is. Alibaba is very dependent on consumer spending in China. Out of its 6 segments, the one that is most reliant on the Chinese economy is the most important segment for Alibaba's business. So let's look at the 3 ways it's benefiting. It plans to capitalize on the reopening. First, we're even more certain that beyond shopping, consumers want to find a broader range of more diverse content on Taobao, including shopping related encyclopedic knowledge, lifestyle recommendations, and interactive entertainment. This is supported by hundreds of millions of searches. So they're making investments to further enrich and diversify merchandise assortment, create richer and more differentiated content, and to introduce new interactive entertainment scenarios. This is interesting because this is a big difference between shoppers on Alibaba's platform and, let's say, shoppers on Amazon. There is more interactivity, there's more video content on Alibaba shopping platforms than on Amazon, right? On Amazon, you might have a couple of pictures of the items that are being sold. On Alibaba, there's more videos, more live shopping experiences, more interactive engagement, which is quite different and just highlights the difference in spending patterns, shopping behavior in different parts of the world. The second way they plan to capitalize on this is establishing an SME development center that's devoted to supporting startups and small and medium sized merchants, helping them contribute more diversified supplies on the platform. Now, a big part of their business is third party merchants placing products on the Alibaba platform. And Alibaba is smart to encourage and reduce the friction to get more third parties to place items on the platform, because Alibaba, by encouraging that, more items brings in more shoppers, and more transactions means more profits for Alibaba in a low risk fashion, because this is not inventory that Alibaba needs to own or create. It just brings in the third parties on the platform, brings them together with consumers, and takes a percentage of each transaction that happens. So their live streaming and content teams will provide strong support to content creators, and they'll leverage their technological advancements to make operating costs lower for merchants. That's a huge deal, right? If a merchant can go off on their own and not use Alibaba's platform and experience better results, they might do that. But by coming onto Alibaba, if they both get exposed to a wider shopper base and lower operating costs, taking advantage of Alibaba's platform, then of course they're going to be encouraged to come onto the platform because it's lower costs and exposed to more customers. And finally, the the last way they're planning to capitalize on the consumer behavior in China is leveraging advances in artificial intelligence and other technologies. And I've said this in the past, and several companies, e-commerce companies, are capitalizing on artificial intelligence to make shopping more convenient and more intuitive. If a customer comes onto your platform and says, they start looking for items you might find in a barbecue, then the platform can use artificial intelligence to infer that this customer is planning a barbecue and start suggesting all the items they might need for that event, instead of the shopper having to go and individually search for each one of the multiple of items they might want to purchase for this event. And by making it more intuitive and more responsive to consumer tastes, that should encourage increases in spending and increases in revenue and profits for Alibaba. All right, so there you have it. That's all I've got for this video. 3 ways Alibaba plans to capitalize on the reopening economy in China. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.